Well, hello again and welcome to Roland's Reviews. I have not recovered from last night. If you have not as well, type it in the chat section, folks. OMG. Oh, if you were not here last night, let me tell you, it was a doozy. Thank you for being here tonight, folks. All right, they're coming in. I'll give you a few moments to gather your thoughts. And again, it was a wild one last night. Shadow Seeker, how you doing, Shadow Seeker? Yeah, it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. Um, so I'm going to try to unpack some of what we witnessed last night. And I was going to show you what Tiff posted on her Facebook page, but she has since taken that down. So I don't know if she was, warned by a lawyer. I don't know, but she was just saying she's done nothing wrong and all these other things that she's normally saying. And like I said, I was getting ready to pull it up and it is gone. All right. We'll go ahead and get started with the there we go, with the roll call. And if you are just entering the chat, please, folks, go ahead and hit that like button for me. It won't cost you a dime. And those of you who left comments last night up under the video, don't worry. I am going to go back and I will answer them. It's just last night was so wild. I had to go to bed. It was just too much to bear. It was just too much excitement for me. And yeah, I had to go take a break. I had to take a mental break after everything that we witnessed. I had to take a break. And I hope you understand. And that's just where we are, folks. So let me go ahead and get started with the roll call. All right. Here we are. Okay, Chubbs. We are glad you are here. Traveling Mom is here. Thank you for coming in. Lanita is here. Thanks for coming. U.S. Army retired. Again, thank you for your service. Thank you for being here. Where are we? Shadow Seeker, Prosperity, Mayor, Donna. Yes, Lanita. They're saying that's why now they know why she named herself Super Mayor. She jumped off of that stage and she was at the fight in 3 seconds. They timed it. So, oh my God. This show, is this the Roland's Review show or Jerry Springer? Oh my God. If you are still recovering from everything that took place last night, type a 1 in the comment section. OMG. All right. Look at the title, folks. Interview with eyewitnesses to fight at Thornton meeting. So there were some people who were actually there who actually granted interviews to some YouTube content creators. And so I was like, okay, we'll see what's going on. I know what we witnessed. How you doing, Baldwin Burge? Trish, how are you? Hello. Everyone, Julie Wester, how are you? Come on in and hit the like button. And so I have a few videos to share with you. And we're just gonna, if you remember everything that took place. Now, if you were not here last night, well, I'm going to show you a part of that as well. How you doing, Tina? All right. So let me get started. Remember, this all started with Jedediah Brown as he was, how you doing, Florida? As he was leaving. And again, there's not one person that came up to the podium to speak that said anything nice about her. So that, that was an omen of things to come, in my opinion. Brenda Hunter, how are you, love? And so I was just like, okay. And then I was watching some other content creators earlier, and they were like, they thought something was going to happen because typically, um, when people are up there talking, there was a lady who would, like when the men wanted to fight before, she would step back. Don't do this. They said she was like, no, forget this. So some people were even saying, was this, a setup? What was the, and then again, the way the super male flew off of the stage. So she can move fast. She just chose not to. That's why she chose not to attend meetings on time. But she was off of that stage. I think they clocked her in 3 seconds and in the heat of the fight. And they say her wig was pulled off and she hit her head on the table. So I don't know what her medical condition is. But I'm going to let you, Jedediah, I have him. And they interviewed him after the melee, after the brawl. And so this is what he had to say. Because they were going around saying they knocked one of his teeth out. He's explaining everything. None of that did not happen. So let's listen up.
I've asked you all to come on here as witnesses with me this morning. Again, my tooth popped out. It was not at the fight. I'm not letting them get their credit. I'm going to keep on saying it. I hate that I just did an interview with the news, and they finna see that tooth. So people going to definitely swear my tooth was knocked out of my mouth. But I got video footage of it wasn't. I am so hell-bent on this, the narrative never being misconstrued. But there is some people in the public comment, a lot of support, a lot of overwhelming support, a lot of people understand and get it. And it's okay. I don't need to be. One of the things that happened for me in this fight, this was the final fight that literally got me over the hump, that I'm just okay with who don't like me. I'm okay with who don't like me. I'm okay with who don't support me. I'm okay with who don't believe with me. And I'm also okay with the ignorance that I hear, because I get it. People don't do what I do. And that's why I thank God, because I'm a rare commodity. And now I feel like a gift. And the reason why I feel like a gift, because I'm reading these comments in there, and people are telling me these comments, and I'm hearing people say, he doesn't even live there. Why does he care? But if you look at the responsive reactions of people who are talking about what I did, they say, shouldn't no man call a woman a blah, blah, blah. And the thing about it is so powerful is because we're going to say whatever we want to say that will speak to our now. And the fact that the people they're not getting it, you all should be saying, look at the people who are there, who are standing up. And then be honest about the narrative. I was called because being tactful and civil and people not showing up for 3 years resulted in me being here. So I'm honored now at the negative comments, because those are fools or ignorant people or uninformed people who would never, ever stand up for something else or somebody that they believe in. I am so humbled to realize I go hard for complete strangers. Don't be shocked by the Lansing Journal. Melanie has never been really particularly kind to me. If you go and do the research, you will find that she has endeared herself to people like Burgundy Blue and Critical Smoker, and she has created her biased opinion based on the rumors. And I don't look at her as a credible journalist anymore. And for her, associate journalist, to say out of her mouth that I didn't speak with any intelligence, Lansing Journal will have a visit from Jedediah Brown. But I'm here at the South Holland Police Department. As a matter of fact, let me take this to YouTube. What I was just talking to the people about over on Facebook who are here now with y'all is that I have become honored now. I used to feel a way about people misunderstanding me, but I'm so honored about all the people who are out there confused about the facts. The people who are saying he doesn't even live there. Why does he care? And the real conversation is, why aren't there enough people who live here who aren't there? And beyond that, to realize, for me,
to realize how hard I go for complete strangers has really allowed me to have another sense of pride because I have literally sacrificed myself for other individuals. And I am a gift and I am a gem. And I am now okay with the negativity because they could never, ever see or say that they have historically stood up for somebody the way that I have if they have ever making a comment like that against me. Now, I've had a little friction here, South Carolina Police Department. Like I just said, I think we've gotten through that moment. And I'm now waiting to see who is coming. I do also believe that a criminal complaint was made, so I'm also aware of that too. And I'm waiting on a supervisor so I can see how this is gonna go. So JB, okay, I forget. Seriously, I forgot everything I said over there. Okay, I need y'all to understand this. Everybody who making all these comments, Tiffany Henyard was sitting there disrespectful to everybody in that room for about 2 whole hours. You all have people looking at a soundbite on the news of my comments and then a fight.
And those of you who were here last night, remember, because if I'll give you a jar your memory. I'll give you a little snippet. Remember, everyone, okay, was voting. Anything she voted for, they voted against. So she was flustered. She was upset. And you know, and the lady who was filming, remember, she kept saying she is so mad. She is so upset. And so, and then you heard the older lady who got up and spoke at the podium. She said, you want so much respect, but you don't respect any of us. That's a reciprocal relationship, folks. And so, yes, she wants to be respected, but who has she respected? Yes.
But it doesn't speak to what I was responding to. And I also want to put this on the record. They actually historically call me a bitch first. We basically greet each other with that word now. And each one of them have called me a bitch. Tiffany has called me a bitch. Krigley has called me a bitch. Kamal has called me a bitch. But now y'all want to be so up in arms because of a soundbite. You haven't been in the fight long enough to know. Obviously, I met them at the level of force that they have given. But beyond that, she even insulted a whole woman for no reason in her education. And on top of that, like I said before, y'all don't know what I know. How abusive, predatory, corrupt, so many things that this administration has been. And
folks, we've talked about a lot of that here on the channel, but think of all that we know. How much do we not know? That's a good question. Here we go.
I waited till I was struck, and then I responded. Somebody struck me from somebody struck me from my 6. It is now in my understanding that the person who hit me in the back factually is supposed to be a relative of Jerry Jones. Yeah. That is what we understand right now, is that the person who first initiated the hit against me is possibly a relative of the resigned trustee, Jerry Jones. Yeah. We also know for a fact, and we already knew, that this was a pre-planned attack. Here's the circumstantial evidence. You have never seen Tiffany care about if we gonna have to sit somewhere during executive session. Have you ever seen that before? Tiffany was hoping to do public comment before executive session because they was trying to find an inroad to disrupt the meeting because she didn't want the vote to lay off her boyfriend to go through.
Now, remember, if you were here last night, remember, it went through. Unfortunately, it is with pay, but U.S. Army, he is speaking English, not Ebonics. Yes, U.S. Army retired. Exactly. James, that chaos is immature and is reflective of leadership and the constituents. Yes, James, you're both correct. Here we go.
We were already aware of that. But what I want you all to understand is that even though it may be hard to swallow or hear a man call a woman a bitch, I need you to get this. Kamal Woods is also the man that made the indirect threat against my mother. Hello, I'm on this live stream, by the way.
Yes, Lanita. Lanita gets it. They set Jedediah up for a planned beat up. Yep. That's what I've been watching on YouTube all day. This was planned. They were sick of him. Remember, Tiff was trying to get a restraining order against him, and the judge said no. And I think they were, with everything, in light of everything else that happened last night and then the day before with the Lori Lightfoot report, I think everything just, the walls came crashing down and they just snapped, especially the super mayor. Music therapy, he was physically assaulted. Music therapy, that's what I heard earlier. So we're going to listen to this and see. Okay, here we go.
How you doing?
Hi, what's going on, dude?
How are you guys?
I'm well, how are you?
Well, depending on the angle. But
yeah, I saw you on the news last night, huh?
Yeah, I think we'll be unfortunately on there for like another 24 hours. So I came here because in the interest of facts and justice, I'm just a little unhappy. I'm trying to figure out which angle to go with this, but number one, I tried to make a report. I was kind of met with contention, and I was hoping that a thorough investigation would be done. But when I went and looked at the tape, the bias of the officers was so disheartening because I didn't even realize that I had, due to my adrenaline, I had gotten struck by a microphone by the super mayor, who came from her place of comfort all the way to me. Her other staff members, one of them was kicking me in my head and face.
I was going to ask if you got kicked because I saw the dude throw some kicks. I wasn't sure who he was throwing kicks at because I don't know who's on what side.
Yeah, and then also he picked up a red chair intending to hit me. So all of the threshold levels for aggravated assault were there, but the officers wouldn't even hear nobody. And I went to jail with the potential charge of aggravated assault because I was supposedly walking towards Andrew Holmes, who was summoning me, but that was aggravated assault. But me being hit, once the mic was there, that was a weapon. And that should have been investigated, but the officers was completely.
You were actually struck.
Yes, several times.
It's not assault. It's battery.
It's battery.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
So, I know that the officers that responded to the actual disturbance at the township last night, they're generating a report. It's just not done yet. I know you came in here to file, I'm assuming, a battery report.
So in Illinois, I'm so sorry to disturb. In Illinois, assault is it's weird here. Yeah, it's verbal.
More verbal. I'm a retired officer. Battery is when they actually physically touch you.
Assault is the fear of receiving a battery.
So, Tina, yes, Tina, that's the way it appeared to me. Shadow Seeker said the police officer that was hanging out in front of Tiffany pushed Jedediah into Kamal. Not sure if he's a real policeman or a fake one. You talking about the man who wound up getting up off the floor? Shadow Seeker, I think that's who you talking about. Tiff hit this man with a mic, and she also was stomping on his head. Cammy saw it, yeah. Music therapy said more corruption. Oh Lord. Shalom, Imuna, how are you? Yeah. Tiff needs jail time ASAP. She jumped on the man. Right. Okay, thank you, Shadow Seeker. Thank you. All right, here we go.
Okay.
My issue last night was that they actually told him we will not be investigating it.
Because it's just a battery.
They should have kept that to themselves and just taken the report.
Yeah, I obviously was not looking.
Right. Aren't you the lieutenant we met a while back? Dodie gave him a card. when we.
I did hear before.
So I.
Okay. But that's what say. Even them saying that it's just a simple battery report, which I actually know that to be factual, right? If it's just a battery report, it ain't gonna go nowhere. But
if
they
you're
didn't.
alleging a crime was committed, then absolutely we have to investigate it. You know what I mean? And there's enough video that we'll have to take the initial report, which the officer didn't do yet, but he has to do it. And then from there, it'll go to our investigations, and they're going to be the ones to.
Well, they gave him a police report number last night.
Okay, but was it? See, so it was when he came in, but I don't know if they're going to use that report number or the initial
From
when they got the
They
initial
gave
call
us
to go to the
some
district.
others at the township, so we gave information and we have tapes.
Yeah.
And that's all we want. We want justice.
So there will be a report, a formal report completed, and then they're going to have to look into the batteries. It will be investigated, but once that officer,
Cammy, we said that. Maybe that's why she named herself Superman. They said she went from to right there. I mean, what was she? I guess she wanted to show the world she really is a Superman. Yes. What was she thinking? Seeker. And for the officers to tell this man who was battered that they weren't filing any charges, that is wrong. Here we go.
Yeah, I can find that report number 2.
Know how to talk. Like, it's just so crazy. He's like, I'll wait for that, but I'll review it, because I mean, the other thing that I know for sure is that officers are supposed to be impartial. It's supposed to play all that. Motion, like they have a bias.
I'm not sure.
And find out
Right.
what was up. And he was very, very, I talked to Garcia on the side.
He has a good reputation with officers, surrounding urban officers, but he doesn't have a good reputation with me, because he's also one of the people who tipped off Tiffany and Fania came in that report, which I sent. That's how they got up here.
Okay, I don't know.
I'm Jedediah Brown. I know who people are. So,
but if you
his bias, I know his bias, and I can prove it, and to the proper place.
If you wanted to speak to his image, so
Okay.
So we know those police officers are in what's, some of them are in with her goons. And so, hey, you can't be, you can't have a bias when you have that type of role. How you doing, Jesse? Hey. So anyway, here we go. He called Tiffany the B word, but they put their hands on him for Tina, and they've been calling him. Tina, were you here? You were here that night. I think we were live like 3 hours when they were out in front of Tiffany's parents' house. They called him that forever. And like he just said it here, they've been calling him that a long time. So now when he calls her that, it's a problem. Imuna, she really ruined herself. She disgraced herself on so many levels. Yes, Imuna. I mean, you just said I'm a version of Harriet Tubman and Rosa Parks. No, you're not. Not with this behavior. You're a disgrace. Yes, Tina, you remember, love. Yes. All right, let's let him finish up.
And there you go. So I was holding that part because I wasn't saying all of that. He is the one that tipped off Andrew Holmes. And like, that's what I was saying. How the hell are you going to, that's not what you do as an officer. You don't, when somebody makes a report, the chain of custody is you send it directly to the agency that is going for, yeah. But they called Tiffany Henyard to tell her that Fannia was in here making that report and gave him a heads up. That's how Andrew Holmes and Tiffany ended up at this damn station. And that's when the confusion was that the FBI was involved, because Tiffany's fake agents, the same ones that she tried to make Miles give over the tape to, they came up here talking about FBI. So that's why we thought they was FBI, but they were plants of hers.
You said they might have been. I remember you all.
Yes, and that's why the Lancet Journal never took down that article, because they thought they was talking to legitimate FBI, but they're half-witted reporting.
That's the guy I was asking.
I know. They got the right ones, bruh. They got the right ones. So, and that's what I'm saying. So yesterday, everybody was jumping down my throat because they like, why you acting like this? Because I know who I'm talking to. And you can see it all in his body language.
I didn't even know who he was, and I saw it.
And it be blowing my mind. It's be like, people say,
you playing with other people.
Yeah, and people be looking at me like I'm aggressive and I'm ignorant, but I be knowing. I just can't say it all the time.
You off and on?
No, I left the lab on the whole time because
I'm over here talking.
Now he did say, I think one of you asked earlier, hit the like button, please, folks, if you're enjoying this content. He did say he was pressing charges against her. I watched that on another content creator's video earlier. So we have to see where this is going, but he is not willing. You heard what he just said. He knows what he's dealing with. He has done extensive research and he's not having it, folks. He's not. Tell me what your thoughts are, folks, in reference to what he just said. And again, they are very upset with what he has done. She tried to get the restraining order against him. That didn't work because, remember, he, along with some other activists, were outside in front of her parents' house protesting and calling out all of her wrongdoing. Shadow Seeker said she's suing guests for the desk hurting her ego. Oh, ouch. P-Man, how are you? Oh, it made it to TMZ, P-Man. Oh, my God. Woo! Yes. And again, so when Fannia was at the police department reporting the SA, they contacted, you heard what he just said, the police officers involved let the super mayor know. Right? So then here comes the super mayor and Andrew Holmes. Come on now. Cammie, Jedediah is the expression of the town's frustration with Tiff in human form. Tammy, yes. Excuse me, Cammie, you are 100% correct. Hit the like button for me, please, folks. Chubbs. How you doing, love? That is a culmination. And that you heard what he said. That's what I watched earlier. And that's what they were saying, that it was a setup. And I guess so many things have happened. They just can't take it anymore. They're just losing their stuff. Let me share this with you. This is another excellent content creator. And I love his take on it. We were talking about some of the legal issues that she is facing. And let me see. I'm going to share his content with you. And I'll add the links up under the description box, of course, so that if you'd like to go to his channel and subscribe, you can do that. Because he breaks everything down nice, short, and sweet. And I like that because, well, I'm at work all day and I just don't have time to put things together the way some of these other content creators do. But some of these other content creators, this YouTube is their job. This is how they make a living. U.S. Army Fox has it. Woo! So let's watch this. Yeah, and this is from Fox. Yeah, this is from Nate the lawyer, and he's going to break everything down. A lot of what we've been talking about in reference to the super mayor and all of the nefarious activities that she's been involved in. That was a mistype. My keyboard. That's okay, Amuna. Here we go. You're fine, Amuna.
Bombshell findings disclosed in Dalton tonight. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot revealing her full report after a months-long independent investigation.
There was a concerted, systematic effort on behalf of Mayor Henyard and others in her administration to hide the true financial condition of the village of Dalton from the trustees and from members of the public.
A few moments later.
Again with breaking news, a fist fight breaks out at Tiffany Henyard's Thornton Township meeting tonight, and witnesses say Henyard herself jumped onto the pile.
Henyard can be seen bolting into the melee herself, at one point losing her wig, according to multiple witnesses. CBS Chicago also reported that Henyard lost a shoe and was thrown to the floor during the fight.
All right, let me get rid of the commercial. So, again, voting matters. How you doing, Mark? We're glad you're back, Mark. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit the like button, dear. We're going to get rid of this commercial. Beetlejuice just stated the FBI is watching all the Oh, Shadow Seeker, I heard. Woo, here we go.
Okay, welcome back to the channel. My name is Nate the Lawyer, and today we have come to the end of an era. The Lori Lightfoot report was published, and it was a bombshell, to say the least. Now, before we get into the Lightfoot report, we must talk about the fight that happened last night.
We begin with breaking news. A fist fight breaks out at Tiffany Henyard's Thornton Township meeting tonight, and witnesses say Henyard herself jumped onto the pile.
The result, an all-out brawl. To the surprise of some, Henyard herself joined the melee.
Henyard can be seen bolting into the melee herself, at one point losing her wig, according to multiple witnesses. CBS Chicago.
And that doesn't mean she's going to be charged with any of the crimes that I'm theorizing here. It's just an exercise based on these facts, generally, people will be charged with these particular offenses. And last but not least, I want everybody to understand this is my opinion. So hopefully we all are on the same page. Now, let's get into the report. Now, the first thing I want to address is spending. How was Tiffany Henyard spending the village's money? Now, from the outside looking in, it was clear that the money was looking funny. The spending was wild and crazy. Now, the spending was so ridiculous. The news organizations were doing videos on Tiffany Henyard's crazy spending like every week. Here are a couple of examples.
WGN Investigates obtained records that show singer Kiki Wyatt was paid $30,000 to sing for 30 minutes. Rapper Jay Holiday made $20,000 for a half-hour set. When you factor in staff, equipment, and other expenses, the total cost is at least $85,000, which is lower than WGN Investigates initially reported, but still raising questions. Trustees voting not to approve thousands of dollars in expenditures for Taste of Thornton and other Henyard events, money that's already been spent.
A lot of that spending was done on credit cards. We just don't agree with so much being put on credit.
So remember, this is Chris Gonzalez. Thank you so much, Mark Sprouse, for the super chat, love. I added some hearts in the comment section just for you. Remember, he was one of the trustees who would not attend the meetings because he knew she was trying to insert another flunky. All right, remember Chris Gonzalez? And a lot of people are talking trash about Chris Gonzalez because he actually voted for her. So I bet he'll be a little more careful in the future, folks. Yeah, let me continue. Yes, Muna, pure madness. Here we go.
Credit cards. And then also recently it looks like even stuff that we voted not to pay then was put on the credit cards. So it's just kind of almost like a shell game, unfortunately.
That's for the record. And the reason, I guess, I want all of the citizens to know why we're so adamant about this budget and what's going on. May 12, 2021, a resolution was passed. The following persons are hereby authorized to be added as signatories for all city accounts: Mayor Tiffany Henyard, Village Clerk Allison Key. Any prior signatories or individuals authorized and hereby removed from the accounts prior authorization is revoked. Number of signatures required are a combination of both signatures. After approval of payment by the village board, each check shall be signed by the mayor and the clerk. We have a $500,000 check signed by Mayor Tiffany Henyard. Y'all wonder why we worried about the money? This is why we worried about the money. $561,000 check with one signature on there. It's a problem. That means that money is being spent, and after we don't find out till after the check's been cashed.
So as you see from those examples, Tiffany Henyard was just essentially breaking all the rules and spending the money the way she wanted to. Even if the board said they didn't want to spend money on something, she would just spend the money on the credit card. But now she needed to hide the fact that she was spending all this money. So,
and remember, let me stop him here, folks. Remember, she got rid of Stephanie Wiedemann. She fired her. So anyone who would not get on board with her shenanigans, they had to go, okay? And now we're starting to see why she was able to continue this pyramid scheme, this Ponzi scheme. Thank you so much, Baldwin Burris, for the super chat. I am sending some hearts in the comment section just for you, love. Thank you so much. Baldwin Burris said, keep common sense alive. Truth bomb. So, and I'm stopping you, like I said, to, make sure you remember all these things that we've talked about. Here we go.
So she told her subordinates not to share any financial information with the board and actually chastised people who did. Check it out.
And what we found in our investigation, and that's based on a review of contemporaneous documents and witness interviews, that beginning at least as early as late 2021, there was a concerted, systematic effort on behalf of Mayor Henyard and others in her administration to hide the true financial condition of the village of Dalton from the trustees and from members of the public.
No.
Tina, yes. Tina says Superman needs charges. Again, Tina, you've been here with me for a while. Voting has consequences. And I think these people have been through so much. They're going to take it seriously this time. And we see they're not looking at race anymore. Stephanie Wiedemann is a step in the right direction. And they're all saying she's qualified. So, hey, everything happens for a reason, folks. Here we go.
Henyard also had to make sure that the regular public and news media didn't have access to any of these financial records. Now, in Illinois, the public has the right to look at public records through what's known as the Freedom of Information Act. Now, in this case, it applies to things like credit cards. See, if the public funds are being used to pay credit card statements, then that credit card statement has to be made available to the public so they can see where their taxpayer money is being spent. Now, this was a problem for Henyard because she didn't want anybody to know how she was spending that money. So what did she do? Well, she had the bright idea to just totally stop fulfilling Freedom of Information Act requests.
In the governance of the village of Dalton. Now, there were many allegations that we received that Mayor Henyard ordered village personnel to simply stop responding to FOIA. We were not able to verify those allegations, in part because village employees who reported directly to Mayor Henyard did not cooperate.
And there again, folks, the devil is in the details, as we've often heard. Now, this is what I tell my student. Yeah, Chubb said Kung Fu Tiffany. Yes. Music therapy. She engages in wrongful termination of her staff who don't go along. Right, music therapy. And music therapy, this is where I'm going with this, okay? Yes, the feds are coming, Lanita. Yes, they are. U.S. Army said if Lightfoot calls you a crook, she should know. Oh, shots fired. Yeah, she's a crook too. A crook investigating a crook. You gotta love Illinois politics. So again, folks, this is something I share with my students. And the people who didn't want to go along, there were repercussions for them. But when the feds come knocking, all these cronies, and you heard what Miss Lightfoot just said, they would not co-op music therapy. So she was questioning them, some of them, and asking them questions about, you know, things that were going on. They would not respond. Well, guess what? When the FBI comes knocking, you don't have that luxury, and they are coming. So I don't know why people have this undying allegiance to people, because I'll tell you this, when the feds come, Tiffany's going to sing like a canary. She only cares about herself, and they are coming. Lanita just told us they're coming. Music therapy, because they love the super mayor. They didn't feel like they were going to snitch on their buddy. Right, Imuna? Yes. But when you just watch as this all unfolds, okay? When the FBI starts questioning her and she starts sweating out that weave job, she's going to be name dropping like you would not believe. And music therapy, I don't know about you. I would, if I were in that situation, I would think to myself, the jig is up. Let me go ahead and cooperate. You're already in the wrong. You see what I'm saying, people? Those are my thoughts, my opinions on that subject matter. You're caught. Go ahead. Why not cooperate? So when the feds come in, and they're coming, hey, this, yes, this happened. So all this stonewalling that you did to Beetlejuice, it's not going to work with the feds. How you doing, Katrinka? So tell me in the comment section what your thoughts are, folks. I'm going to let the rest of this play, because I have another video for you on people who are actually there, and they're going to tell you, you know, what they witnessed. Cammie said Tiff will bite the hand, the cheese, and all her goons and try to get away with it, right? Because you know what they do, they offer you a deal if you rat other people out, right, Cammie? So I don't know why they have this undying allegiance to her. She's not going to have it for them. Music therapy said truth bomb. Here you go. Imuna, only a person with morals and values will come clean, Miss Lynn. She's not like us, right? But Imuna, I'm saying these people who love her to death, they had an opportunity to cooperate with Lori Lightfoot. Lori Lightfoot turned all her paperwork over to the FBI. So again, yeah, maybe you didn't talk to her, but you're going to talk to the feds, unless you're going to pull a little Kim and not talk to the feds and just go straight to jail. It's your pick. Great to be an American. You do have choices. I mean, I'm just saying. She'll sing like a canary and you'll be in jail. So let me let the rest of this play, folks.
Our investigation. However, in April of 2023, trustees passed an ordinance intended to get the FOIA process back on track. And that ordinance read in part, quote, whereas the Board of Trustees finds that the village has experienced an insurmountable backlog of FOIA requests due to failures of village staff to respond to requests for information from the FOIA officer at the instruction of the mayor and her village administrator. The trustees obviously believe that that's precisely what had happened, which is that the mayor had instructed people within the departments not to respond. There were appeals made to the Attorney General. And in some instances, people simply filed suit.
Now, I have an example of that actually happening. WGN, which is a local television station in Chicago, went through the process, filed a FOIA request, then filed a complaint with the Attorney General. The Attorney General then said, you must turn over these documents. Dalton said, we don't care. And then WGN had to go and file a lawsuit to get the documents.
Or now, on our investigation into Tiffany Henyard's leadership in the South Suburbs, WGN is suing the village of Dalton for refusing to follow open records laws and release spending records. Latest last year, WGN Investigates sent Dalton an open records request seeking copies of the agency's credit card statements, as well as records relating to Mayor Henyard's compensation and the cost of her taxpayer-funded vehicle. But Dalton has declined to release the documents. After WGN Investigates appealed, Illinois Attorney General Kwame Raoul's office ordered Dalton to release the records by mid-March. But that deadline came and went. WGN is now asking a judge to order Dalton to comply.
So now you see the effort that Tiffany Henyard went to hide the fact that she was spending the money so recklessly. Now, this is where we got to get into a little bit of village law. See, in the village of Dalton, if anyone in the government wants to spend more than $5,000 on anything, they have to go to the village board for approval. But Henyard specifically wanted to circumvent that process. So you know what she did? She just said, hey, I'll just spend as much as I want on a credit card, and what are they going to do about it? So as you can see from this chart, Henyard started spending crazy amounts on the credit card, up to $700,000 in 2023 on the credit card. Now, as you can see, it dramatically got lower in 2024. And that was because the village board cut off all the credit cards.
A close aide to Mayor Tiffany Henyard is cooperating with her opponents, and the mayor has now been stripped of at least some power in the form of access to village money.
Because, you know, you throw a lot of things up here that don't be true.
Mayor Tiffany Henyard's grip on the reins of Dalton is loosening. At last night's meeting, the Board of Trustees voted to freeze spending on village credit cards, limiting expenses to those approved by the board.
That was the main goal, to cut off her access and other operators in the municipality. I have to be careful choosing my words here.
I've never seen any municipality have so many credit cards out there. Orders of going out to each is mind-boggling. The trips, the shopping, going to Target and spending $300, $500, $600, you know, even dollar amounts. It seems very fishy, and it looks like gift cards were purchased.
Now, to really get a grasp of how crazy the credit card situation was, look at what was going on in both Dalton and Thornton Township. Now, in Thornton Township particularly, in 2024, based on 6 months of records, the monthly charges on the credit cards were approximately $88,000 to over $100,000. So let's call it about $90,000 per month being spent at Thornton Township on a credit card. At what point?
All right. What do you think about that so far, folks, as I get rid of these commercials? What are your thoughts? Oh, my God. Oof. And remember, she's, I'm not doing anything wrong.
2023, they spent $780,000. That comes up to about $65,000 per month. When you add that together, that's about $150,000 per month being spent on credit cards. Now, since you got an overview of what's going on, let's look at some laws that may have been violated. First, let's look at state law, official misconduct in the state of Illinois. Now, this occurs when a public official knowingly performs an act that exceeds their authority, or they fail to perform a mandatory duty. Now, this is relevant because we have here alleged misuse of funds, withholding information from trustees, and ordering staff not to comply with lawful FOIA requests. And then you have something like misappropriation of funds, which is an unauthorized use of public funds for personal benefit or for purposes outside of their intended scope. Also, in the state of Illinois, it's illegal to falsify financial records or withhold financial information to deceive others. And the allegations of systematically concealing the true financial condition of the village could lead to some criminal liability in this. Then you also have things like bribery and intimidation, where you're offering benefits in exchange for compliance or using threats to achieve a goal. Now, this is related to the allegations of political retaliation and pressuring staff or trustees to hide information from others. Now, some of these offenses do transfer to the federal government, but the one I think that's most relevant when it comes to the feds is really the public corruption statute, 18 U.S.C. Section 201. You see this in the case of the New York City Mayor Eric Adams and the former San Francisco mayor. Her name is Sheng Tao. Now, public corruption in the federal government is essentially bribery. It's accepting or soliciting anything of value in return for influence on official acts. Now, the allegations that Henyard personally benefited from some of her actions, that may lead to this particular criminal liability. Now, I think it's extremely important to be clear. Henyard. All
right, so I'll stop it there. Excuse me, Imuna. I was thinking the same. Listen, Imuna has a very poignant statement. And child, That security guard fell down. The dude is overweight, out of shape, ate too much of Tiffany's college turkey necks and cornbread. That was hard to watch. Imuna, I thought I was the only one that noticed. He looked like he was just like, I didn't sign up for this. Yeah, he looked like, that's not why I'm here. Yes, Imuna, you saw that too. Oh my God. Baldwin Birds, it's like a U.S. president getting a fourth term and making every decision in the country. Okay, Baldwin Birds, giving them full control. Yes. Looks like the Illinois AG is derelict of duty. Yeah, U.S. Army. Oh my God. Illinois politics suck all the way. All right. So I have another video to share with you. Let me share. Hit that like button, folks, if you are enjoying this content. Last video I'm going to share with you are some people who are actually there. Let me stop this video. Who are actually there, and they're giving their eyewitness account. Okay. Let me see. Type in the comment section. What are you thinking? All right. As I get this set up. This is totally, wow. Just wow. Okay. Interview. All right. So we won't listen to all of it, but we'll listen and watch some of it. And then what I'll do is share the link in the description box. So if you want to watch it in its entirety. So let's listen to what he has to say. And he thinks it's a farce as well. What's going on and what's been going on. And it's just ridiculous. So let's listen to what this guy is saying here.
So that's Paul Roberts. Shout out to Paul Roberts. He is a resident of Thornton. You've seen him several times. He and his wife are and such like that, and they've been very committed to Thornton, as well as I think I've seen him in some of the things at Dalton. And they were there at the brawl, the Thornton brawl for the hall. Who's Jay Money? All right, let's get this going. All right, so if you're just jumping in, we were checking out the Thornton Township throwdown. And man, that was horrible to watch, man, because these people have really been wanting change in their community. And it looked like they were about to get it. It looked like everything was going in the right direction. And lo and behold, this is what we got. All right, let's try again.
Oh, okay.
Hey there, how are you?
Hi.
There we go. How's it going, Jennifer? How are you?
Good. Paul is right here.
All right. Hey, friend. How are you, man?
All right.
There we go. Okay, now, if you don't mind, Paul, just give us the lay of the land. What happened?
We weren't sure if Tiffany was going to show up tonight.
For sure.
We knew that the people finally had a majority on the board of trustees, so they could get some work done, and they did. And they passed a lot of good stuff, and they failed a lot of Tiffany's favorite agenda items.
Okay.
But they had closed session, and they decided to fire Kamal and William Moore.
Right.
And Tiffany wanted to put public comment before closed session.
I saw that.
Every chopping block, she plans a disruption. She did it in August and September and December. And tonight was no different, except the lawyer insisted that the trustees and the residents stick to the agenda as published.
I like it.
With public comment after closed session.
Let me ask you a real quick question. Who renewed the batteries in the lawyer? The lawyer had been sitting there for months.
Good question.
Who put batteries in the back of that guy? That guy was, and dare I say, he might have stole the show.
Yeah, Jennifer shouted out for the hero of the night.
Yeah.
I'm back. So for some reason, StreamYard crashed. Okay. So let me how you doing? Thank you so much, Julie. You know how it is with the internet. For some reason it crashed. So let me get back to the interview because I want you to hear this. All right, here we go.
I was a little distracted, but okay, continue.
All right. Here we go, folks. Thank you for waiting patiently, folks.
I'm sure you heard the comment.
Totally heard the comment. Totally did.
And right before his comment, one of Tiffany's goons was arguing with him, DeMarcus Krigley. And Jed excused himself for the delay. He said he had to resolve something first.
Well, he was sitting back there. We saw like 5 different angles. He was sitting back there talking to Keith Price.
Right.
And then they called him and he was still talking to him. And he came up and said, oh, I was a little distracted. But okay, continue.
If feet are numb and the sensation won't go away.
Go to the commercial here. Thank you, everyone, for sticking with me. For some reason, StreamYard crashed. Okay, and so now we're good. Let me get rid of the commercial and we'll get back on it. Because this is, these witnesses are telling how it started. Okay, here we go.
Well, we were sitting in the front row and the podium was behind us. So we know more about what happened in the back of the room just since we've been home watching it in slow motion video.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
But it looked like Tiffany and her goons had planned on attacking Jed, and Jed calling Tiffany.
Did you hear that, folks? I told you I watched several videos on YouTube today, and everyone was saying this looked like a planned attack. Tell me what your thoughts are on this situation. A mayor, a town supervisor, and her goons. Oh my God! Here we go.
Tiffany, the B word, just inflames matters.
Yeah, he didn't help him. He didn't help himself with that one. Yes.
Right. So Kamal came up to him first, and then Krigley jumped on him and started kicking him. And Krigley jumped on top of the security guard's desk and broke the big screen TV in the back.
I saw that, yeah.
And Tiffany comes running through,
right,
joining in on a fight.
Tiffany takes over for Kamal. Kamal just stands up next to the back wall watching his girlfriend
that is
try to go after Jedediah.
Yeah.
But the South, I called 911, and I was not the first person to call them. The police arrived, and they weren't too eager to press charges against anyone.
You know what, Jason? I came in it thinking, Tiffany is going to go out with a bang, and she planned this, and truly, she did not disappoint.
Right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with setup. And now, my initial thought was, if it doesn't adjourn properly, then it doesn't apply. But you're saying that that's not the case. So thankfully that's not it. I was thinking like, oh, we'll set you, y'all got all this work done. We're going to start a brawl at the end and it's not going to adjourn properly. And then you kicked out of here. So
no, she mentioned a couple of votes from September. And that was the meeting where Tiffany's goons approached me at the podium.
Yep. I remember that one.
Chaos to adjourn the meeting improperly. But those votes helped.
Wow.
Oh, so they do hold. Okay, good. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But okay, so even though it wasn't adjourned properly, or maybe it was, I don't know. Maybe they do like an email adjournment. But so it does match. Okay, cool. Man, I hate to see it for y'all because I know that you all are working hard to get a change in your community, in the township, only to have this level of shenanigans kick off, because I've never seen a fight in a board meeting before of that. I don't think I've ever seen one like that. And I'm not saying that they don't happen elsewhere, but that was just sad, especially when we all are watching everybody getting a little bit closer. Just, we're at mile 25. We just got to make it to the end of the month, to the election, and then they have a brawl. Like that's
Yep.
And I literally had said how peaceful the meetings have been since Lewis Lacey hasn't been there. You know, the Dalton meetings, they've been very peaceful now that Lewis Lacey isn't there. And then we got a brawl in the township. That's
the
crazy.
Thornton Township meeting without Tiffany was very peaceful too.
That's true. That's true. There seemed to be a few little elements. There seemed like a few little things.
Right.
Ingredients.
But she's taking losses everywhere she go now. I mean, she's lost in the village, and now she's losing in Thornton. So I mean, she has nowhere to go but down, down, down.
Yeah.
Did you hear her supervisor's address?
Yes, it was horrible.
Yeah, it's just like it was her final address to the residents. So to me, it sounded like she's not going to show up anymore.
Did everyone hear that? So if you were here last night, they were talking about if you before the brawl broke out, if you listen very clearly to what she was saying, it sounded like a goodbye. I mean, she's lost everything. Those of you who were here prior to the brawl and you remember what she was saying, it did sound like she was saying goodbye. Okay. Tiffany went out in a bang. See you, Mayor. Yes. Tijuana Border Jumper. Hello. How are you, love? Cammy, we've been saying that Tiff belongs on Love and Hip Hop. Well, she had her Jocelyn, the Puerto Rican Princess Hernandez moment. She flew through like a bat out of, Cammy. They said they clocked her. She was in there from that chair to the fight in 3 seconds. Yeah. So we know she can move quickly, but it was never important to her to move quickly and come to meetings on time. Truth bomb. Yes, P-Man. Thank you for coming back, love. Hit the like button for me, folks, and subscribe button too. Tijuana Border Jumper. Thank you so much for the super chat. I want to see the wig pulled off. Tijuana, the wig was pulled off, but there was so many people down on the ground. You couldn't see. I wanted to see the wig itself, but when that wig was snatched off, they said she disappeared like a ghost. Poof. In thin air. All right. Thank you so much, love. Here we go.
Knowing that she lost control of the Board of Trustees.
Oh, no question about it. Personally, I think everything she was doing was to antagonize to the point that I do believe that this was kind of planned. Absolutely. If you look at the different angles and where Krigley was standing, where Lavelle was standing, and it's such like that, it just doesn't seem right. There's just something fishy about it. If a fight hadn't broken out, then we wouldn't have cared. But because the fight broke out, it just looks weird. Like why was Krigley standing right there? Why was Lavelle right there? So people knew what was going on. But I think she was antagonizing from the beginning. Every time a vote failed, she had to educate you, do the little sermonette, and take time up. And it was only, if you watch it, it just got more and more and more cantankerous each time she did that. So then by the time she gets to the supervisor's statements, they were already at, at 9. All you gotta do is one tick less.
Right.
You get to 10. So I'm not above it being something that was planned.
Right.
Or intentional to some degree.
Right. Yeah.
But
okay. But thankfully we got through, all of the comments tonight, because at the last meeting, she wouldn't even let anyone do a comment, even the elderly woman who was trying to speak. So we got through that tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So give me your forecast. What's going to happen next?
The next fight is
let's not say fight. Let's use some peaceful words.
I'm sorry. The next goal is to find someone with the courage to prosecute assault and battery charges against Tiffany, Kamal, and DeMarcus Krigley. Because the police did not seem too eager to do that.
Now, folks, those of you just coming in, hit the like button for me. Now, if any of us went after and attacked people and assaulted people, we would be arrested and thrown in jail. Tiffany and her goons, they get a free pass. Must be nice. Here we go.
They were questioning Jedediah as the instigator.
I can see why it does seem that way, But when you watch the tape, like Jedediah doesn't throw a punch until Tiffany jumps in. So like he was subdued. I don't know who it was that was holding him back, but Lavelle and Kamal were at it. This is gross, man. Oh my gosh.
And yes, he said the B word, but that doesn't mean that, you hit someone because they say, something that you don't like. And Tiffany is good at causing a ruckus.
I don't think he should have. I don't think he should have used that language. But that's beside the point. And then also keep in mind, Tiffany was not involved in it. So I think between Quigley and Lavelle, Kamal, Jedediah, they're all scrapping. Tiffany inserted herself into it. That's why I think she might be in trouble.
You probably saw her get up from her seat.
Yeah, we watched about 9 different angles of it. We've watched a lot of different angles of this. And I think, I think it's going to be hard for her to justify what she did. I mean, kicked off her shoes and she sprinted into there, and there's no reason under the sun for her to have been in there, apart from adding to the chaos.
Hopefully this is the nail in her coffin.
I'm hoping so.
Big Pharma tried to silence me.
All right. What are your thoughts, folks? What are your thoughts on what we have witnessed so far? Donna, does anyone remember when Jed was thrown in jail for a while back for less? Yes, Donna. I remember hearing about that. Tina said Tiffany's boyfriend threw the first punch. If I can see that watching videos, why can't anybody else? Well, the super mayor has the police department in her back pocket. Now, you watch that brawl and you're like, oh, we're not filing charges? Really? Tijuana border jumper. Yes, disgraced mayor. Music therapy, I don't think police will, but they will get investigated too. Yes. I mean, and this has gone viral worldwide. So, they look bad, and now they're going to try to, correct it. So we'll see.
All right. Yeah, she ran like a track star for sure. I mean, that was such a bad look. Yeah, and again, Jedediah did not start it. Nope. Again, I don't think he should have been using some of that language.
Yeah.
But we're above that. I think the issue at hand is that I think there was a level of chaos that they wanted to bring to this equation, and I think she was doing it the whole time. She had been antagonizing with the little mini sermonettes every time something failed. That gross superintendent, like going through did you hear her talk about she's programs to teach kids how to write in cursive? Yes. I'm like, wait, okay, I'm a former school teacher, right? And I taught cursive. I believe in teaching kids cursive. I think it's a lost skill and a lost art that kids need to learn. I don't expect the mayor of my town to be talking about how we're encouraging kids to write in cursive. Like, that should be something that Miss Bumblebee or Miss Caterpillar is teaching over at the school Monday through Friday. Like, why is the mayor talking about this? It was just so crazy. It was such a weird flex. Like, for real?
It might be a good suggestion for a candidate for trustee or a candidate for supervisor, but it's too late for Tiffany to suggest anything to be done in the township.
And don't forget, Jason, she always likes to educate us now. So.
Okay, so matter of fact, can you educate us? Okay.
She said that several times last night when she was getting frustrated and flustered. How many of you remember her saying that? Let me educate you. And she kept raising the tempo because she was getting more and more upset. And people kept talking over her, ignoring her. And she just went there. She couldn't control her emotions anymore. Here we go.
This insurance thing, first of all, that insurance thing is such a boondoggle. Number one, when you can't insure a building, people get fired. That doesn't make sense.
Yep.
There were so many problems. Like, wait, hold on. people's 401ks are going to be affected because they don't have insurance. That doesn't add up. How do you make this logic jump? Can you explain? Do you have any insight on the insurance? Like she was like, "Oh, great, we'll have insurance tomorrow." Like, you had insurance today. Stop it. Stop it. But go ahead.
Oh boy.
A lot of people have noticed that there is just one insurance broker for the entire township. He's the son of Michael Madigan, the former Speaker of the House of Illinois.
Okay.
Whose federal trial on corruption charges is almost over. But
he seemed like a nice guy.
Supervisor refused to use Madigan for insurance, but Thornton Township had been using that insurance broker for, I think it was property and vehicle insurance, and it was on auto renew for a couple of years. But I believe that Tiffany took it off of auto renew to create a crisis so she could blame it on the trustees.
There you go.
They didn't want to show up to the meetings because they were afraid she would vote in one of her choices for temporary trust.
Have we not been saying that for the past few months here on this station, on this channel, folks? We have said that forever. So she kept telling lies to the people that we need the trustees here so we can vote. No, tell the truth. She wanted those two. She wanted Carmen and she wanted Gonzalez there because she needed people to vote in another crony, another person, another flunky who was going to do what she said to do. It was not about insurance. Okay, Donna, Foxy, Brenda, several of you have been here for a long time. We've been saying that forever. It was a ruse, and they saw right through it, and that's why they did not go to the meetings. Here we go.
Yeah, absolutely. And
anyway, the trustees tonight passed insurance for everything from one broker, but the site they
Woo! Let me get rid of this commercial. This is something. OMG. Immuna. Roxy. Also, she needs insurance for herself, too. Now that's so. Yes. Roxy.
Man.
Okay. They got on the agenda and it passed, whether it exists or not.
So real quick, I'm going to just pull this in so we can kind of look at it. And this is from No Apologies, Just Me. And this is the angle that most people got. So I just want you to see real quick. We see Jedediah, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see Quigley right there?
Yeah.
All that time. Quigley inserted himself. He was not there before. If I back
he
up
was
a little.
standing there right before Jed's comment.
Right. But notice here. And maybe it was. Maybe I missed it. But it just seems weird because, all right, so he's not there right now. And Jedediah had been real quick. See, Jedediah was okay. So there's Quigley right there.
Right.
So the older lady is speaking. Let me just pull her in.
In the audience, and our supervisor was smiling like it was cute. Yeah. And she did not have her head down as she has it down now. I don't understand. If you're a woman, lift your head up and listen to what's said. Whether you accept it or not. But that's a child's move that you're doing. Okay, we'll move on from there. The other one is a question for trustee Everett Gray. Gray, I'm not sure which one it is. Why do you have to sidebar with the supervisor during these meetings? Couldn't she call you on the phone and tell you how to vote?
This is public comment. Make your comment.
Anyway, my time is not up. I haven't even been up to that level. But the point is, why do you have to sidebar? home. You should not have to tell her what to do.
Now, those of you who were here last night, I said that. I stopped the video. And I've been saying that. If you have not seen the video, every time it was time to vote, Tiffany would lean over to the older trustee, the older lady, and tell her how to vote. People there were calling it out. And that's what I'm saying. If that lady doesn't have the mental capacity to make her own logical decisions, remove her, right, and put someone in who can. So again, Tiffany surrounded herself with people, and really, folks, that's elder abuse. That's an older lady. That's not right. I don't know who that older lady's relatives are, but they should be ashamed of themselves if they are allowing Tiffany to manipulate their relative. And how you doing, Dr. Marilyn Sturdivant? Why is anyone surprised? She isn't capable of a woman of good character, professionalism, and humility, not a deep dive. Oh, Marilyn, yes. Truth bomb. You're absolutely right. Hit the like button for me, please. Thank you so much. But I kept saying that because the lady, and you know, the lady had us laugh, and the lady who was actually filming it, making the video, and she was saying the same thing. That lady shouldn't be up there, and Tiffany's telling her how to vote.
If you have to tell her what to do, and she can't reason it out herself, she needs to step down from that position. But we know
so here's, this is what I'm seeing. Like, okay, see, Jedediah comes and sits down next to Keith Price. I don't see him interacting with Quigley at all.
Right.
Right.
So he's sitting there talking to him. Yelling at him. He doesn't like he's saying anything. Maybe he's not talking to Keith Price.
It's a shame that so many people gain
these commercials. Let me get rid of them. All right. What are your thoughts, folks? Here we go.
Maybe he's not talking to Keith Price. Right here. Okay. Jedediah is clearly talking to somebody right here. Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
But he's not talking. I don't think he's talking to Keith Price now, because Keith Price is looking up. Jedediah is looking out.
Well, I think Jamarcus Quigley was back.
And Jamarcus Quigley is back there, right?
Right. He is back.
Okay, maybe y'all are right. Okay, so look, right?
Jedediah.
Good. Yeah. He's talking to somebody. He's not talking to Keith. Keith is not paying attention to him. So he's not talking to Keith. And there is Marcus Quigley right back there. So you're right.
You notice that even in that clip, Jason, that before all of that happened, when Jedediah was talking, DeMarcus Quigley was looking at Kamal Woods.
I didn't notice that, but now I'm gonna go back and watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's talking to him, and now Lavelle has moved. Lavelle was not there. Clearly, he's about to move. We'll see that in a second.
Yeah,
so
Lavelle was sitting right next to Jedediah for the whole meeting.
Yeah. Okay, so let's keep this going. There's Lavelle. Minding his own. Well, you know. Okay, so our four players are on the board. We got Quigley and Kamal. We got Jedediah and Lavelle. Let's see how it goes.
All right, so man, there's so much. I didn't want to say nothing, but I really didn't like how you disrespected the newly elected trustee. But what I want to say is it's clear that you got questionable spending habits. You got a failed business venture. Your restaurant was deemed nasty. And it's proven while you're talking about her education, we can't even verify yours. But since you sold for women, I really already knew about the way you handled Fania. But for you to sit up here and disparage that woman after giving her that fake ass congratulations in the beginning because you thought she was going to get what you wanted. Here's the thing. I want to educate you. Stephanie Wiedemann is a 20-year employee, and none of her business ventures ever failed. On top of that, she serves as a chief of staff, and she didn't fuck her way to the top. She's efficient in budgets and don't hide her deeds. She's efficient in organization. She served as a temporary interim executive director for the Dalton Park District until she stepped aside to help her daughter become something you'll never be, which is a married woman. And her daughter moved away to Texas, and when her daughter moved away to Texas, she went to help her daughter. Well, I done heard about 4 or 5 people tell me how they had to take care of yours. And so while you've been a half-ass mayor, but if you wanted to get up here and earn some respect, then you should have been able to respond to Lori Lightfoot's report about credit cards. You want to talk about them not coming to work, but we've been hearing about what you've been doing while you've been at work. And I'm going to give away the rest of my time because I think on behalf of the Black Cookout Association that we would better take a vote and we're going to exchange your black ass for Stephanie to be the new member of our. So all those in favor say, all those against it, say nay. All those in favor say aye.
Okay. Why is DeMarcus Quigley immediately looking over his shoulder?
Right.
Now through this whole clip, that's the 4th or 5th time he's done that. Kept looking at Kamal.
Yeah. But between those 4, Lavelle, Kamal, Quigley, and Jedediah, that's their little scrap. Mm-hmm. Tiffany inserting herself into that is problematic.
Yeah.
Because there's no, and she ran. So anybody with common sense would say, you went 20 feet, 30 feet out of your way to insert yourself into this for no reason.
Exactly.
And you can't tell me that you were defending him. You can't say, yes, this was illegal. You can't tell me you was defending him because it's a whole grown man.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2 grown men. I'm sorry. 4 grown men scrapping it out. They did not need a woman to insert herself into that. So, okay, let's finish. Go ahead.
And the only woman.
The only woman that we saw jumping into it. There were some that were pushed and shoved into it. Maybe they threw hands too. But you literally sprinted barefooted into it. That's craziness. That's
supervisor who wants all Black and brown women, girls and young women to look up to her.
Look up the youth. The youth
right.
is gonna look up to her.
Yes.
Yeah, this is embarrassing, y'all.
Absolutely.
Okay, here we go. All right, so what is he doing? Yeah. We saw this on a lot of different angles. Like Jedediah is immediately. I don't know who grabbed him, but Jedediah never swings.
No.
I don't know
if you look at that, it looked like Kamal went for the first hit.
Right. Kamal did. Let's back up a little smidgen.
And I'm telling you, you will definitely see deposits.
Okay. What are your thoughts, folks? I'm glad that they have it slowed down. Oh my goodness. It's so much easier to see.
I don't want to hear him cussing again. Let's see right here. We might have to be there. Okay, let's go.
You go, bitch.
All right. Quigley looking over. You ready? You gonna go do it? You gonna call him out? He moves. That was planned. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're not gonna convince me that they did not know. Okay, so then Kamal calls him something. Jedediah goes back. There he goes. Kamal is standing there. I don't know who pushed first. But that's interesting. Why did Quigley pull him but didn't? He's holding him, but he's not pulling him out of the fray.
Right.
So you're leaving your guy in the fight with an extra weight on you. So you might need to do a little bit. You might need to go to the military, sir, and learn how to pull out your partners, bro. You put your guy in the fight, impeding his ability. Oh, sorry about that. Now I will say, Quigley unequivocally, there's absolutely no way possible that Quigley does not get some kind of charges.
And I hope he does, Jason, because I had to go to court recently.
Okay.
Because he threatened to slap me.
What?
Yeah.
See, we couldn't do that. We can't do that.
Yeah.
Like, that's not.
And he's only 34 and I'm almost 60.
Oh, wow.
So you're threatening to slap this older woman's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is bananas. I'm sorry, y'all.
And the worst part is when we were leaving, Keith Price was telling the residents, "Oh, you guys planned all of this." I hope
gaslighting 101.
You guys ended up with a chaotic meeting.
Man, come on, man. Like, just again, but Keith Price he says some stuff sometimes. Now, granted, he's not in this fray. I see him staying himself out of this fray.
Yeah, he usually pulls people away from all of this.
Right. He doesn't move too far from his own chair. How did you get up here on this thing breaking this TV, my guy?
Yeah, that's the security guard's desk.
Like, how did you get up there?
Well, the long short of the story, Jason, is that Kamal and William Moore has been fired.
Well, there we go. That's unequivocal.
Yes.
Wow. That's no guarantee that we won't see them around Thornton Township headquarters anymore. As William Moore still lurks at Dalton Village Hall.
Yeah.
And he was fired in August.
Yeah, that's craziness. But did how do you think how do they fix this? How do they fix this? Roberts, if you all are just tapping in, we have Paul and Jennifer Roberts, who are some fantastic friends of the channel, and they live in Thornton, and they were there at the what I'm now calling the Thornton Township Throwdown, the South Chicago MMA Fight Club. But they were there, and they're always there. You see Paul and you see Jennifer a lot of the time. What happens next? What happens?
We need county or state law enforcement to do something.
Y'all need the AG to step in. We need the AG to come up in here.
The most common question that people had when they first learned about Tiffany Henyard is, how come she's not in jail yet?
And I go as far as to say what should happen next is that we see them all in handcuffs, hauled off to jail where they belong.
The Dalton police won't do it. I have questions about the South Holland police doing it.
I want to buy your house. I can.
What are your thoughts,
folks? Your house.
What are your thoughts? Let me get rid of this commercial. All right, here we go.
The Cook County State's Attorney this evening, right before I saw your show.
Wow. And so tell me what you would like. So you want all four men plus Tiffany, or what do you want?
William Moore, Kamal.
You arresting everybody. you just doing like ICE, rolling up, collecting them all. Okay, so you said William Moore.
I don't think that Jed was in the wrong. He was just being, his activism, self.
For sure.
And just stating some facts there. Yes, there were some choice words that he used that I would never use either. But, those were just words, right?
For sure.
You should never put your hands on someone just because. But I think that they had it in for Jedediah all along. I mean, he's very outspoken.
Oh, for sure.
And they've been trying to be physical with him. I mean, you saw the car chase when Lacey was in charge. You saw all of the intimidation, even when they took him off to jail and nothing happened there. And even quite recently when he had to go to Markham Courthouse because of the false charges that Tiffany brought against him and trying to bring up a restraining order against him, which the judge threw that out. So, like I said, tonight, I anticipated that she was going to go out with a bang. We didn't know how she was going to do it, but this is the way that she chose to do it. And like I said tonight, we prayed. Real prayer works.
Yeah.
Prayer works when you pray for real. And I was allowed us to have another trustee to come in so that we can get some work done. And tonight we got some work done and they didn't like it.
I got you. Let me also just add, Kamal has a propensity of being very, dare I say, I don't say combative or argumentative, but he's trying to be very threatening. So I've seen him step to you, Paul. I know y'all remember when he called out Regina Waldrop looking at the camera, talking trash to them. I mean, he has a long history of this. And so I'm pretty sure anybody with just a little bit of editing skills can collect all of these from the Thornton as well as the Dalton board meetings where he stepped to people and been inappropriate with folk and put somebody up against a wall, things like that. I don't think this will go well for him. I don't agree that Jedediah started it because they're just words. And at the end of the day, again, I disagree with them. I don't think he should be using those words in mixed company. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't call a woman that. I wouldn't do that amongst kids and elders and the such like that. But that's Jedediah. That's just let him do what he's gonna do. But that still doesn't mean anything. Like it's just words.
Right.
And so, and then quickly, sir, just go ahead and turn yourself in. If he went home tonight, that's a shame on the Dalton police. He should be in jail. I mean, the dude is literally soccer kicking.
Yes.
Somebody. You see him kicking 2 and 3 times. I mean, you can't do that in mixed martial arts. You cannot kick like that. That is an automatic foul. And that means it's over. He did it 3 times. Like it's over. And then, of course, I have no idea what's the justification for Lady Henyard to run into the fray barefoot. She wasn't trying to stop anybody. So you know that was not the case. She jumped into the fray, into the melee. I see no reason whatsoever why she herself is not. I'm sorry. I think she should be done. And Lavelle too. Let me throw Lavelle in there. I mean, he was in there. He was getting at it. You got to go.
I have a soft spot for him, Jason.
Okay.
Because he has really turned his life around, and a lot of people keep bringing up his past, but he's really doing some positive things. And it kind of bothers me when people can't forget someone's past who's trying to do something positive now. So
that's fair.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know much, and somebody sent me the link of him and Jedediah. They did an interview about 7 months ago. And
that was good.
I just pulled it up. I was looking at it. I was like, okay, this is clearly something I don't know. So I'm not besmirching. All I knew about Lavelle was what his past, and I wasn't even referring to that. I was just saying, what happened today.
Right.
What are your thoughts so far, folks? Oh, wow. Woo, this is something.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this is going to be wild.
It is. It is.
Okay, so you're saying Kamal didn't start the fight. Lavelle did. Okay. It's very possible. I don't know. I feel like it was Kamal, but okay.
I feel like it was Kamal too, but I'm going to go and look back at some.
I mean, we looked at a lot of different angles, man. My eyes are tired. Like we looked at a lot of angles of this thing, which is crazy how many different angles it was.
It's not my job to judge, but the question is, who will?
Yeah.
Right.
Let me see. Let me just for the people. Let me just real quick find another angle real quick. Oh, this was
all right. Type in the comment section who you think started the fight, folks. You type. Now he's been showing different angles. Dr. Marilyn says that music therapy, she definitely has many of the traits. Disclaimer: I'm no way Dr. Her. I don't want to be sued. I love my life. Oh, okay, Dr. Sturdivant. You're fine, Dr. Sturdivant. Oh, wow. Dr. Sturdivant had another excellent comment. I can't imagine the trauma the residents are experiencing. Residents fell to the ground and children present. This is coming from a psychopath who says, I'm the people's mayor. She didn't protect. Truth bomb. Okay, Roxy says Kamal started it. Okay. Music therapy ex doctor. Oh, music therapy. I've been saying since from day one, she's a narcissist. Narcissists care for no one but themselves. Dr. Marilyn, psychology was one of my absolutely favorite courses in college. And I learned about the different personality types. And if you look up narcissist in the dictionary, you'll see a picture of the super mayor. Kamala, okay, so I have two people said that Kamala started the fight. Tiff got hit with the fire of truth and she couldn't handle it. Kamala, yes, Cammie. The fire of truth, yes. She's not a people's mayor, she's a hood mayor. Chops. Okay. Here we go.
It's not. This is actually a pretty good one right here. Hold on one second. I'm just trying to get to the end, like where Jedediah gets finished. Okay, here we go. Let me pull this in real quick. All right, let's see if we can make a little bit more heads or tails. So now we can see like Lavelle is at his left, our right. Quigley is at that far stage left. All right, let's see what happens.
Say nay. All those in favor say aye. You go, bitch.
Okay, I'm gonna say this real quick. This woman right here in the green with the pink scarf, she looked very bothered by this. She looked really bothered.
And she's a trustee in Markham.
Is that what it is? Okay, she doesn't look like she was not very pleased with this. I'm not saying that she was starting anything, but she doesn't look very disappointed. Just looking at her face. Okay, let's go. Okay, so now did I go up here? Now Kamal gets up. Kamal gets up and then go back. All right, so now we're here. Oh, darn it. The camera started going shaky cam. Okay. I don't know.
Can't see it from too good from this angle.
I can't either, but I feel like Kamal pushed and Lavelle punched.
And that's what I got out of it, Jason, because if you put your hands on somebody, then you started it.
Yeah,
right.
Remember, Lavelle used to date Tiffany before Kamal.
Oh, mercy.
So, I mean, the plot thickens here.
The saga continues. You're right.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, let's see. All right. Y'all gonna get all this then. Y'all gonna go back through all this with us. All right, so there's another angle.
Say nay. All those in favor say aye. You go, bitch.
Okay, so we looked over at her. I wish she had that camera up.
What?
Oh yeah, so we missed all that.
It's kind of hard to see when she's forced to fight.
Yeah, that looked like it was shooting through a potato. I'll make a new resolution that everybody in Dalton gets very new updated phones. Y'all stop playing. Stop playing. Go on and invest in it. Look, Tiffany buying me a Hellcat. Y'all can get some new phones. All right. All right. So this is a different angle as well. Y'all look, y'all just gonna get all of them. Come on, we're gonna go through them all real quick.
At what point does a salad become
What are your thoughts? This is a lot. Oh my goodness. Most of you are saying Kamal. Okay, here we go.
I feel like Brother Man pushed him. And you want me slow motion? Okay, I'll make sure I slow motion this one. All right, let's see.
20-year employee, and they know her business ventures ever failed. On top of that, she serves as a chief of staff, and she didn't fuck her way to the top. She's efficient in budgets and don't hide her deeds. She is efficient in organization. She served as a temporary interim executive director for the.
What do you think she's doing when she's looking down writing? What do you think she's writing?
Doodling.
Something you will never be, which is
Alicia Nicole once took a close-up picture of her tablet.
Really? I have Alicia Nicole up next, I think.
But I heard about 4 or 5 people tell me how they had to take care of yours. Instead of how you've been a half-ass mayor. But if you wanted to get up here and earn some respect, then you should have been able to respond to Lori Lightfoot report about credit cards. You want to talk about them not coming to work, and we've been hearing about what you've been doing while you've been at work. And I'm going to give away the rest of my time because I think on behalf of the Black Cookout Association that we would better take a vote and we're going to exchange your black ass for Stephanie.
What is that? What is that lawyer thinking? Okay, so I just slowed it down just a little bit. Now you see Carmen and Stephanie are tickled by that comment. Okay, so he walks up and wait, we'll come back. Okay, here we go. Here's Kamal.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Kamal
So it
put
looks like Lavelle was trying to hold Jed back, and DeMarcus Quigley
was trying to hold Kamal.
Was sort of kind of holding Kamal.
He was just a weight
right
around his waist.
Right. And I think that at that point, Kamal was went in on Lavelle, and then he threw his punch.
Let's go back just a few seconds. Okay, let's see again. So he's marching up. Wait, what you say? Yeah, I said that. I'm a 50-year-old man about to fight up in a board meeting. Absolutely. Because that makes sense to me.
Right.
So he puts his hands out. I'm sorry. He put his hands out. And Lavelle pulls his hand back. He didn't have to touch him. Oh, I'm sorry. He hasn't punched him yet.
See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Oh, no. Then, yeah, I think Kamal is the one that started it.
Exactly.
Yep.
No, because, yeah. Now, Kamal is pushing. Lavelle is punching. But Kamal instigated the contact. Bam. And I don't know who it was that was holding. They are not playing. They're not playing.
And then here comes Tiffany.
Yep.
In that fight, her cousin is in there too. I see. I don't know.
Her cousin. So there's another woman, or who's her cousin?
One of the young ladies that work in her in her administration.
Really?
Yeah.
I think she's the FOIA officer.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, there's no problem there. Wow. Yo, this is.
Yeah, it's been a night. It's been a night.
Wow. All right. So, is there anything else this week?
Nope.
Handcuffs.
What are your thoughts, folks? You've seen various angles. Oh my, OMG. Woo! This is too much. Oh my God. Dr. Marilyn Sturdivant says, you are correct, Roland, according to DSM-5, our manual for mental disorders. There are 9 criteria features, and they must have 5 to diagnose. And I see she has at least 9 out of 9. Oh my God. Dr. Marilyn Sturdivant, I need you to come around here more often. I love your diagnoses. Dr. Marilyn, if you go back and look at, and I've done several videos on the super mayor, I've been saying she's a narcissist and she has a personality disorder. I've said that forever. Oh my God, I feel vindicated now. Thank you, Dr. Marilyn. Oh, wow. Yes. Woo! All right, let's see where we are. Bad Bunny, how are you? Lavelle escalated this. He went from 0 to 100. Why was he even standing there? Bad Bunny. Facts. Truth bombs. You're absolutely right, Bad Bunny. And from what everyone is saying, this looked like a setup. Anyway, they wanted to go out with a bang, and they did. Oh my God. Psychopath. Yes, Foxy. Psychopath. MSSUGG. No, Lavelle was looking out for Jed. Okay, MSSUGG says Lavelle was looking out for Jedediah. So tell me in the comment section what your thoughts are. Tiff had her goon squad, needs charges pressed on them. They jumped that man and it was playing. Yes, Cammy, now that this guy broke it down and it did look planned. And I watched some other content creators earlier. They were saying the same thing. Chubbs, I wish they could have shown Tiff fake wig being knocked off. I heard the wig was knocked off, but we can't see it. And I've been checking and I didn't have time to check all the videos, but I heard that did happen. Barroom brawl, Tina. Here we go.
Prayerfully so. Now, that would be great. I just don't see how I don't see how you get out of this without somebody going to jail.
Absolutely.
I just don't see how. Yeah, Tiffany came in hot like a missile. That was something about Tiffany that I think we all knew. She's for the streets. And she is,
yeah.
And she proved it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Wow. So yeah, I have no idea how they're gonna pull this off without somebody getting called down to the police station for a talk.
Big Pharma.
All right, what are your thoughts, folks? Wow, someone's going to jail. And what's that? You're about to lose your job. Wow.
Like you, we will be staying tuned.
Well, I appreciate y'all. And a lot of people telling me that Jedediah is live, and I see him. We're gonna jump over here real quick and see if y'all want to hang in and see what he is somewhere. Let's see where he is, and see what's going on over here.
So, and this was Jedediah. He was talking as soon as the incident, I think, was over. He was talking about it, and let me see if it's what we talked about earlier.
Hey.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Oh, where are they?
South Holland Police Department.
Oh no.
So remember, if you're just coming into the chat, hit the like button for me, folks. I've already played the video of them being in the South Holland Police Department. So I've already played that, and let me see if we can go further here. Yeah, I've already played that. All right. And you see how, okay, and they're still doing different angles. You see how, as people were talking, and everyone who got up and stood at that podium, people are fed up. No one said anything nice about the super mayor. Lavelle held him back, then Kamal pushed him. Thank you, Nailbug. Let me see. Tiffany fell into the desk. Face first. I know. Foxy. Oh. Music therapy. Tiff still paying the police, so they're going to stand by her. Cammie, that's what I was thinking. But again, the jig is almost up, so they better do what's right. Cammie, Tiff and her goon squad. Okay. Let's see what's going on here.
Verify yours. Since you sold for women, I really already knew about the way you handled Fania. But for you to sit up here and disparage that woman after giving her that fake ass congratulations in the beginning, because you thought she was gonna get what you wanted. Here's the thing. I would have educated you. Stephanie Wiedemann is a 20-year employee. It ain't none of her business ventures that would fail.
So, folks, I think we heard this as well. But there's another lady that this guy had on his show who was actually there live at the Thornton Township meeting. And I wanted you to hear what she had to say as well. Look at her. She's just ignoring everyone. They said she's just doodling. I don't know. She's sitting there with her head down, not paying any attention. She's just, I think she's done. And she couldn't take anymore. She's lost everything. Everything's coming down on her. And Dr. Marilyn, so it is true. Lavelle was her ex-boyfriend. I know he used to work for Dolden. Yes, Marilyn. Yes, that is true, love. Yes. Okay. And so what are your thoughts, folks? We're going to finish up in a few minutes. Amuna said, I believe she was texting Kamal the whole time. You never know. She did not look up. Yeah, so he's still talking. I've already played that. MSSU. She's probably texting, get ready. Yeah, she's acting like she's so involved. Her feelings are hurt. That's all.
We've seen it a couple times, though.
Oh my goodness. Why she throws herself into it, I don't know.
Yo, these people wild, man. What's going on? No apologies. Hey, yo, no apologies. Hey, for real. No apologies. Here's the link. Jump up in. I gotta talk to you. We gotta talk.
So no apologies, just me. I think she's a content creator here on YouTube, and she was there, and she's gonna come on, and then we're gonna go.
If I can have the moderators go ahead and put no apologies YouTube channel up, no apologies, just me in the chat. If you're available, I need to talk to you. We got to have a conversation. So just come on up in here. Come on in the room. Okay, so Jedediah is at the police station making a report right now. So just so y'all can see, he is there making.
What's his last name?
What about it?
I'm asking you who he is.
Why?
It's a question.
Come on, man. Work with them, brother.
The question that I asked, you're asking me.
That's the whole part of an interview.
An interview or a police report?
Yes.
All right.
Because I came here to tell you about what's happening.
Hey, let me real quick mute Jedediah.
So the lady again that you see now, she's going to come on and to give her firsthand account of what happened. She's a content creator here on YouTube. They were using earbuds. Yes, Donna. Chubbs, we know when they took their last break, Tiffany smoked a crack rock, made it her fastest woman, made her the fastest woman in the room. Yeah, she shot out like a jet. Montrez, the best thing for her to do is resign. It was very unprofessional. Yes, Montrez, just go away.
How are you? Hey. Look, girl, look at this camera angle. Okay, I see you looking. This is my first time meeting D Love from the South Side.
I'm finding you.
Very good. Nice to meet you. All right.
Hey.
What's that? What you got? What you got?
Nice to meet you also.
It is. Okay. Now, before we jump into it.
Why? All right. Let me get rid of the commercial here. All right. Yeah, nail bug. She did. All right. Where are we here? Come on.
You can watch. I didn't see it the first time because listen, dear World Christian, when the fight was going, let me just put my hand. I had the camera this way.
That this is about to go south.
Yes.
I think that would be the.
All right.
Was going on, but you were there and I was watching your stream. So was it pretty much? It seemed like she was antagonizing, poking the bear the whole night. Is that fair?
I would say she was, but I felt like she was trying to get out her last words.
Okay, but her last words were poking the bear. Like after every failed motion, I got to give you a little sermonette.
Yep.
Every time something don't go my way, I got to educate you and such like that. So I thought, now granted, it is par for her course, but it just seemed like a little above and beyond. Every time something failed. Now, let me tell you, see, we could have did this 90 days ago. Yes. This is why they ain't got no insurance. It was just like, ma'am, just be quiet and let it go. But go ahead.
She's another person who doesn't read the room, right? Because really, she does that all the time. So it's kind of like, oh, we know she's going to do this. And we know she's going to have to get her point out. So it was just like, it's just normal. You know what I'm saying? He didn't think nothing different.
Okay, so the meeting is going on. Motions are failing. Some are being passed. So on and so forth. Things are going okay. They're going okay. Somehow or another, I don't know. Did y'all get like an extra shipment of Energizer batteries?
You know, I think so.
Because somebody put one in the back of that lawyer and he came alive. I'm like, I didn't know the dude talked. I didn't know he spoke. I'm like, and he actually was pretty good.
Yeah, I was like, is he talking? And I wanted to make the screen bigger. Like, is he talking? Is it?
I think I heard you say it. I think you might have said it too. I know I said it. Like, wait, is he talking? What's going on here?
Yes.
And dare I say, he was setting her straight.
Yes, he was.
He was giving her. Now, granted, it was embarrassing to watch her argue with him, which is like I'm a pre-K law student. I recognize I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Ma'am, you just go ahead and just tap on out of here. She gonna still argue with the man.
Yep.
So things are moving along. The lawyer.
And let me say this about the attorney. I think the attorney just got fed up.
Yeah.
Because he knows. Yeah, I think he knows, and he's hearing what's going on in Dalton and these FBI. He say he's not going to lose his law license for this girl.
No.
So
and he just knows. He realizes, look, I'm one day closer to the end. I'm one day closer to the end.
Yes.
So things are going on. Everything's happening. There was a young woman that was going back and forth after the whole. I don't know who. I didn't catch her name. Do you know who it was? She's a black woman.
I know. I saw her. I don't know. I don't know if she was a Tiffany supporter or
she
what.
Was a Tiffany supporter, and she was kind of going at it with Stephanie. And
yes.
Carmen. I don't. To me, she kind of really helped turn the corner onto Crazy Boulevard. And
I don't think so.
Like okay.
No, I don't think so. I think that was to be expected. Because it's happened before where somebody who's a pro Tiffany has done that before. So it's kind of like, oh, okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
Next.
That's fair.
But if you've been watching this series I've been doing, as you can see, the Tiffany supporters have become fewer and fewer. And look at all these people. I've done live videos from when they have meetings in Dalton and Thornton. Go back to the older videos and look at where it was and look at where it's at now. Okay, so growth, people. I'm happy. People are waking up. Yes, you have some who still love her. They're the people who get the freebies from her, and they don't realize you've sold your soul to the devil. All right, here we go.
All right. So then they go to closed session.
And let me say something before we go further.
Oh, go ahead, please.
Normally, when it's closed session, everybody leaves. Nobody stays for after closed session.
Right, but the comments were moved.
Yes.
So I think I agree with you. I think the comments were moved, and that's why people wanted to hang around.
I don't know. I really think because I was eavesdropping in the crowd. I be parking lot pimping.
Come on now.
They wanted to hear those two people getting fired. That's what all of them was waiting on.
Yeah,
that's what they kept yelling out.
Okay.
So,
any of you remember? Those of you who were here last night, remember they kept saying they wanted them fired, and then they voted on it. And then, of course, Kamal's on administrative leave, paid leave, but they want them gone. They're sick of them. All right, here we go.
Okay. So they go to closed session. They come back,
and it was quick.
It was very quick. And I noticed that Tiffany's demeanor really went, the professionalism went out the door. Professionalism left the chat. Any attempt to be professional left the chat. Because once they motion that these people be fired, she kept signifying and adding commentary to it. It was very immature, extremely immature.
Definitely.
And to me, that should have been the bellwether that this is about to go south.
Yes.
I think that would be it was at this moment that they knew it was going to go crazy. So do you feel like the energy, the mindset or the collective of the audience was also going in that direction, or do you think it was a surprise?
I think all this was a surprise. I think everybody was just as normal as they normally are. It was just
normal as you normally are.
Yeah, I think that when you deal with trauma, sometimes it just becomes normalcy.
Right. All right. Okay, so here we go.
Okay.
Because you were pretty close.
I know, right?
You were pretty close. All right. Jedediah, he does his thing. He calls her a B, and he walks up. But why did he come back?
He was sitting he walked.
He walked up to after he got done on the microphone. He walks up north, up toward the trustees table, and then he stopped and turned around. Did you hear what?
I see all that.
Yeah. Let me hold on. Give you
Now this lady was there, but folks, you know how it is when you're actually somewhere and there's a lot of action going on and something you didn't expect. You may not, really see everything, even though you're right there. So I'm thinking that's what was going on with her. And this lady is saying that people were normal the entire time. I beg to differ. The entire time that Tiffany was talking, they talked over her. If you remember this behavior, type it in the comment section. Say yes in the comment section. The whole time they talked over her. They were saying, you heard them making negative statements out in the audience, telling her she needs to go. Where's the money? I mean, all of these things. Yeah, okay, yes. I know I'm not crazy. Thank you, MSSU, Tina, Zully, Bad Bunny. Yes. So this lady was like they were being normal. No, they weren't. If you go back to when I started this music therapy, thank you. When I started the series on the Super Mayor, it wasn't this ruckus. And look at it now. Now they are fed up. And they talked the entire time. And Tiffany kept talking like she was oblivious to what was going on, but they were ignoring her and they were talking over her, even though she had the microphone. Thank you, Donna, Brenda. Yeah, and Imuna. Yes. Right, Tina? I don't care how nice people are. When they get fed up, they're done. And so, Imuna, that demon no longer restrained itself. That thing came out straight from the pits. That running demon was no joke. Imuna. Yes. Tiff hates Jed because he's the one that always give it to her raw. Yeah, he sure does give. He gives it to her raw. And she couldn't get that restraining order on him. So she can't take the truth. Oh, wow. Nail bug. Yes. Thank you, love. All right, here we go.
Girl, don't make me pull up your video and then play your video.
I was like, for real?
Yeah, we literally just watched it.
Oh, okay. I had ABC. Okay,
so no, it's okay. It's perfectly fine. Okay, this is something I noticed. Let me pull it in. Okay, I don't like the way that looks. All right, right here. Okay, at this current moment, Jedediah is sitting right here at this table.
Mm-hmm.
See him? I thought he was talking to Keith Price.
Yes.
But he's not. Demarcus Quigley is standing behind your friend, the cameraman.
Yes.
And it looks like they're bantering back and forth.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out. I did see that one. I thought you said the trustees. They just
he walked in the room. When he's walking up toward that table, and then he turns around. I don't think he was like going up there to bum rush him or anything, but he was just walking up in that direction.
Yeah. I don't know what that was about. I can honestly tell you that I was confused by that whole situation.
Yeah, there was a lot of confusion. You want to watch it again, or
we can watch. I didn't see it the first time because listen, dear World Christian, when the fight was going, let me just put my hand. I had the camera this way, this way, and my hand was this way, and I was just screaming. I didn't even watch the whole thing.
It's a fight.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I don't know what I would do in that situation either, especially all these live stream. Look, Dalton is the new Thornton, rather, is the new Hollywood. Because everybody got a camera. So I'm making a motion that everybody upgrades their cameras. Okay. That's my goal. All right,
definitely. Okay.
One in the chat where you can hear. Okay, so there's Lavelle.
Yes.
Now he was not in the pocket beforehand.
No.
Okay, so I'm just like, I was like, something. The more I look at it, I see those little problems here. Okay, let's go.
It was me. My bad. I'm distracted. All right, so man, there's so much. I didn't want to say nothing, but I really didn't like how you disrespected the newly elected trustee.
Yeah, so they're talking about he's talking about Stephanie Weiderman. We already know how she feels about her. We know why. All right, there we go. So tell me what your thoughts are, folks. Cammie says she can't read. Woo! Here we go.
Well, Lavelle, I noticed while they was there, Lavelle had always been had his back.
Okay.
Jedediah's back.
No, I'm just saying, like, what do they know at this moment before the melee starts? What do they know? Because it seems very interesting how this room is set up at the moment. Because Lavelle is between, I mean, Lavelle is literally between Kamal and DeMarcus Quigley. At any moment, he can bolt to the right, he can run behind him. He's right there between both of them. What do you already know? This is my, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, let's see what happens.
Failed business venture. Your restaurant was deemed nasty. And it's
I done heard this
proven
many
when
times.
you're talking about education, we can't even verify yours.
And I noticed that every time he says something, I see him Quigley looking back at Kamal.
Yeah.
And
everyone see that?
Keith Price is not fazed by it. Like he's in a whole nother place. So I don't know why that is, but I digress.
Really, I already knew by the way you handled Fania. But for you to sit up here and disparage that woman after giving her that fake ass congratulations in the beginning because you thought she was gonna get what you wanted. Here's the thing. I want to educate you.
What are your thoughts, folks? And you know, she had she ran some type of burger restaurant. I forgot the name of it. But yeah, I saw that on another video, and then it went out of business or something. I forgot. It's been a while since I watched that, but she had some type of restaurant that she was running, and it fell apart. Okay. Let me see where we are. All right. Let me see. And we've heard that. Okay, let's see what they're saying.
Didn't even when the melee is happening, Keith Price is way out of zone.
Oh.
Hold on. Oh, yeah.
Hide her deeds.
All right. So I'm right. Since we've already heard Jedediah, I'm just letting you listen to the witness that was there, and Dear Woke Christian. Okay, and then we're gonna get out. Good Burger, thank you, Bad Bunny. Yeah.
Her daughter moved away to Texas, and when her daughter moved away to Texas, she went to help her daughter. Well, I didn't heard about 4 or 5 people tell me how they had to take care of yours.
Say it one more time, friend.
I said, look at DeMarcus. He turned around and said something to Keith Price.
And Keith Price is not moving. Keith Price didn't even get into the fray. Didn't even when the melee is happening. Keith Price is way out of zone.
Oh,
so
he ain't gonna lose his job.
He said, "Look, I don't even do nothing."
And so now you've been a half-ass mayor, but if you wanted to get up here and earn some respect, then you should have been able to respond to Lori Lightfoot's report about credit cards. You want to talk about them not coming to work, but we've been hearing about what you've been doing while you've been at work. And I'm gonna give away the rest of my time because I think, on behalf of the Black Cookout Association, that we would better take a vote, and we're gonna exchange your black ass for Stephanie to be the new member of ARMIT. So all those in favor say all those against it, say nay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so watch this. Oh wait. Oh no, this camera didn't move. All right. Okay, this one didn't move.
Oh, didn't move?
No, I don't know who this is. I'm sorry. Is this you?
That's me.
Yeah, so you didn't look up. You didn't look up to him because he walked up past the podium, like 2 or 3 rows, and then turns back around. So I'm like, did they say something? It seemed like Kamal must have said something.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear
That's
anything.
what I'm saying. I didn't either. But just looking. Okay, real quick, let's finish. So, and something's up. Like, why did the veil move right there? He's still between Quigley and Kamal.
They was having looked like they was about to get into it back there, and he was trying to hold them back.
Well, okay. All right.
Oh. He kicked him.
He kicked him in the head.
Is that Tiffany in the hair?
That's her. That's her.
Oh wow. I'm like, come on, they fighting. There goes Stephanie.
That's you.
Yes. I didn't know what to do. I didn't say call.
You just like, look, I gotta just keep calling it. I just gotta keep calling it. I don't know what I would do either. I ain't gonna even lie. I ain't gonna talk smack.
And you see, don't pray for me over there by the end of that TV.
Where?
The gray hair man.
I thought you were talking about Jason House.
Oh, no,
I see him right there. Definitely should have walked down there. I think all of the trustees should have stayed away from that fray altogether.
There's the one trustee right here.
Yeah, there's Stephanie right there.
No, the other one, the older lady.
Well, Chris Gonzalez is right here.
No, the old lady with the mask on.
Oh, who's she?
Sorry.
You're right here. Yeah.
No disrespect.
I know he's talking about. So there's 3 trustees right here, and this is probably Carmen.
I think that's Carmen right there too.
So there's 4 trustees. Y'all should stay away from that.
You see, he ran up on that table.
He is up on that table.
He broke the TV, or is the den up there now?
Yeah. Like there's. I'm sorry, I can't see any Darlene.
That's Darlene right there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great effort. Yes.
Hey, Miss Regina.
Hey now. I can't see how DeMarcus Quigley is not down having a conversation.
And then before you go further, you see the man with it's a black jacket and has white on his shoulder. That's Nate's dad.
Yes, right here.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could zoom in and make it bigger.
Nate did.
Really?
Yeah, he said, I'll talk to him outside. I was doing that parking lot pimping again. He said, had something happened to Nate, the Marine, because he was in the Marine. The Marines, the Mason, people from Virginia all would have came down out of here. I said, "Ooh."
Oh, I love it. Yo, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Cara Wilson. She says, justice for Alexis Wilson. Been in Dalton for 43 years. The police killed my child. Do you know Alexis? Alexis was the beginning. Alexis was why we got security. Alexis is why we stopped answering questions. Alexis police execution started it all. Well, grace and peace. Thank you so much, Cara. Thank you so much for the very kind super chat. And we do know about Alexis, and we want, I agree, hashtag justice for Alexis Wilson. And
definitely.
Yeah. This is okay. Help us understand this, if you don't mind, because I'm an undocumented Thornton resident. Okay.
Yes.
I'm an undocumented Thornton and Dalton resident. Mm-hmm. What in the heck is going on? Is this just because? Is it because of Tiffany? Is it because of kids don't know how to write in cursive? What is going on?
You know what? 2 things I want to say about this. Thornton Township is mostly seniors. So a lot of people in that room are seniors, first of all.
Yeah.
And then also, this was a buildup.
Yeah.
And what's funny was, I told you I was first in line.
Yeah.
I told the security guard, first he had pissed me off once before, but I like him now.
I'm glad y'all are back to friends. I'm glad y'all are friends.
Yeah, I told him, ain't nobody trying to have no fight up in here. Ain't nobody going to jail. I said, oh, I feel sorry for him.
I literally just said that today. I said, hey, the Dalton meetings have been kind of calm since Lacey has left.
Mm-hmm.
Since Lacey, I was like, you haven't had a lot of, one more outbursts and I'm gonna shut down the meeting. All that kind of stuff. We haven't had that.
Mm-hmm.
And just today, now we got like literal brawl.
Yes,
a literal brawl.
And in the church, when the church, when they put their finger up, they got something to say. And let's think, what I thought was interesting was that one meeting that Tiffany had at the Dalton Rec Center.
Yes.
They had the Cook County Sheriffs up in there. They had the Dalton Police up in there. And I was surprised they did not have the Cook County Sheriff up in there.
Really?
Yes. It was 2 police officers, the one little chubby one and the tall one. They couldn't do nothing with these people. Not with the men.
Right.
Ooh. Remember the heavyset police officer was he had to get himself up off the floor. So he was useless. Cammy, music therapy, that wig on her head, that episode alone will have you dying from laughter. I know. Bad Bunny said, is that Carmen with the BBL? Oh, Bad Bunny. Oh, God.
All right. So tell me where you think it's going to happen.
Today or tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow.
First of all, I believe that 3-letter people are watching. And they're going to.
When she's talking about the FBI, of course, folks, the feds, and you know they are.
Take Lori Lightfoot's report, dissect it, put more, context. When you do the outline, and you had to put,
put some meat on the bone for sure.
Yes, and they're gonna take that and this right here. You about to lose your job.
Then we're all here for it. This is we expected this to happen after the first Lightfoot scenario. After we've expected this to happen. So you're saying the FBI is going to ratchet it up? Because I keep saying, like, the FBI is aware.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a matter of when they're going to move, but they're there. So you feel like it's going to happen?
Definitely. And really, I think it's going to happen in the summertime.
Why?
Because by then she would have been out of both positions, right? So they're going to get all that paperwork, that final tie up some loose ends. They're going to get her on something. They have to get her on something because there's so much financial.
There's a lot of financial shenanigans.
Yes. And let me tell you, I know we're talking about Thornton Township, but this is my humble suggestion about that rink. I was going to do a drive-by on that rink and make a video on it.
Don't worry about it. I got pictures today.
Oh, they did a drive-by?
Yeah, I got pictures of it.
Okay.
I just haven't had time to put it together like I want to. I want to make a little. There's some other people in Dalton that have been sending me pictures because I ask. I'm like, well, show me pictures. Like, what are these streets looking like? What are these trees that they're always cutting look like? And all these businesses. So they like I had somebody go by and take a video of St. Patrick's for me. And yesterday,
I've done that too. Yes.
Yeah. And so so they went and did the ice rink. I'm like, look, I need to see those tiles. Them $47,000 worth of ice tiles. We need to see them tiles up close. And they look janky though. I'm like, they got cheated.
Yeah, that's how. And that's what I was gonna say. That's why I want to do another video on that, because that thing did not cost 1.3 million nothing. That looked like just straight concrete.
Yeah, that looked like some that looks like some creative situation real quick. Can y'all in the chat real quick? Can we just flood the chat with hashtag justice for Alexis Wilson? Her mother blessed the stream with a wonderful $50 super chat. But then also, I think we don't want people to feel like we don't care about them. So since we are all, if you are in the best live chat on the internet and you hit the like button, you are now an undocumented Thornton resident. So therefore, Alexis Wilson is your resident, is your family just as well. So go ahead, please. Just flood it in there. Just do it. Thank you so much.
Hit the like button for us, please, folks. All right. How you doing, Chad? You made it. All right. Chad said, have they determined what the wig was made of? Chad, no man knows. Okay.
So to your point, I don't think it was $1 million either. I mean, they built a shed. I guess that's where the skates are. And somebody pointed out, like, black folk don't ice skate like that.
And to be honest,
kind of true.
In the next town over, they have a skating rink. They didn't need it in Dalton. I live in Harvey. I don't live in Dalton.
Okay.
So they need to really tear up that whole strip and put those apartments or condos on it.
So okay. And I love talking to people about this because I don't understand Thornton. It doesn't make sense to me how Thornton, especially the supervisor role, what supervisor does. Why can't y'all get more businesses in there?
Let me say this to you, and this is my humble opinion.
Go ahead.
There is township like Homewood. Look up Homewood. Homewood is part of the Thornton Township
for sure,
and it's so beautiful there. And they have nice little businesses.
Yeah.
Dalton has businesses.
Okay. And again, I'm what 900 miles away. So I'm just looking from here. I don't think they have enough businesses for what they're trying to do. It just seemed like every time I look around, the pictures that I'm getting and talking to people like yourself and looking, it just seems like they don't have enough infrastructure and business coming in to feed the machine, the beast, which is the township. Am I crazy?
I think the township.
Say I'm crazy. Say I'm crazy. It's okay.
No, I'm sorry.
All right, so we can stop it there, folks. So pretty much, you've heard and seen what I wanted to share with you, pretty much. And hey, oh my God, these comments are hilarious. And thank you for the new subscribers. I hope Bad Bunny and Nailbug and a few others. I hope that if I missed you, charge it to my head, not my heart. I hope that you've enjoyed this content. And hey, James said the last, I didn't see that. James said the last Thornton election, less than 10% of the people voted. Oh, wow. Ouch. That hurts. So basically, that's what I wanted to share with you. Hit the like button, folks. And again, I'll continue to say it until I don't have breath in my body any longer. Voting has consequences. And I'm telling you, Donna said, made from the hair of those who oppose her. Donna, yeah. I think these people are so traumatized. I mean, Dalton and Thornton. I think this will help more people to come out and vote. And hey, they're gonna vote more intelligently this time because they've gone through so much. Oh my goodness. And you heard what the lady who lives there in Dalton said. She said that, mostly older people. So again, that's how she was able to wield her influence and take advantage of these people. And thank God it's almost over. And it's just sad that Tiffany didn't take the chance to try and right the ship. Because now, again, the FBI prosperity. Yes, you have a blessed evening too, love. Brenda said, I saw them roller skating on the ice. Ghetto. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just saying, tell me what your thoughts are. It's just sad. Nailbug, thank you. I'll be back. Thank you. Nailbug, you're kind of awesome too, love. I enjoyed you. I thank you for contributing to the conversation. I love reading your comments and I love making it as interactive as possible. And we want you to come back. Yeah. And I'm going to get off now. I just hate, I told you I was going to go on her Facebook page. She had a post up earlier because I checked it earlier today from work. She took that post down. I was going to share that with you as well. I don't know if she was advised legally. I don't know, but she took the post down. And so nothing I can do about that, but we'll see what happens. Tiff said that she got the ice skating rink to prove to people and the black kids in the town that black people can ice skate. And Cammie, again, she did a lot of things for show. Do something that the people want, not because you're trying to prove a point or show something. Thank you so much, Music Therapy. Great show. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I'm going to get off from here now. If something happens tomorrow, I'll jump back on. If not, then I'll see you Friday. Okay, so I'm going to continue to search her social media pages, and if she puts that post back up, I'll get on tomorrow. Or if she adds another post, I'll get on tomorrow. And when Tiffany leaves, their song will be "The Storm Is Over Now." Oh yeah. Thank you, Cammie. Yeah, 9.5%. Yeah. I bet that'll be higher this time after everything those people have had to go through. I'm sure it will be higher. And so, we just have to pray for the people in Thornton and Dalton, that they will get out and realize and take their vote seriously. Check, vet people before you vote for them. Don't just vote because someone's a woman or they're black or they're gay, whatever. Don't do it. Donna Estes, thank you so much for the super chat. Love. Donna says, really enjoyed tonight. Thanks. Donna, we're glad you're here. And I just flooded the chat section with some hearts just for you, love. Donna, make sure you are subscribed and it's on all notifications. If something happens tomorrow, I will jump on. If not, you will definitely see me Friday evening. Thank you, Baldwin Birds. Yes, it was. We really appreciate your support and just being here and interacting and talking with us. We can all see that this situation is crooked as two left shoes, and it came to a head last night, and it's slowly ending. And better for the people, in Dalton and Thornton Township. All we could do is pray that Tiffany gets her life turned around, changed around. But she has a day of reckoning coming, and that's sad because, like I was talking to Dr. Marilyn, I think she has some mental health issues that have never been addressed. And so, she needs to go get help, and she needs to hold herself accountable for everything that she's done. Look at the carnage she's caused. Right, music therapy. We need to pray because those people, they're in bad shape. Thornton Township, Dalton Village, it's bad. So I thank all of you. You know where I'm going next. I am going to the chat section. I will talk to you as long as you are there. Also, folks, another way to support the channel, even after the stream is ended, you can go under the video and under the description box and leave a message. Hey, YouTube likes for people to leave comments. So, hey, I may not respond tonight, but I'll respond tomorrow. So enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you for spending your very valuable time here at the Roland's Reviews YouTube channel. And I'm coming to talk to you in the chat section right now.